that there's something.
Activity, yeah.
What about low doubt? If there's a child spirit.
So what is this device?
That is a REM pod. What it does is it generates. I'm going to turn you off.
Just for now.
Sorry if I'm interrupting any spirits. That generates its own electromagnetic field. About a foot or so around it. Anything passing into that, which has its own electromagnetic field, interrupts the EM field around it and triggers the alarm. The idea being that spirits or entities they don't have physical forms, so they are just pure energy. And the theory goes that EMF meters, REM pods that interact with that sort of stuff, pick them up when they're there or passing by or what have you. So in theory, if that's going off, there is an EM field or something interacting with it, which is not what I expected from immediately putting it down.
This keeps going up as well.
If we're gonna get stuff straight away, do you want an intro?
Yeah, we'll already do that now.
Yeah.
Good evening and welcome back to Synchronicities. We are here this evening on this rather chilly Saturday evening at the Victoria Hall. Oh, there's a camera over there. At the Victoria Hall Theatre in Old Harlow. We are joined by Martin, whose surname I have forgotten.
Colton.
That one. And what do you do here, Martin?
So I'm the chairman of this theatre. I run the charitable trust that keeps the building open. It's a theatre now. It's been a theatre for like the past 30 years, but it hasn't always been a theatre.
No.
It's quite an old building, 1888. It's been here since.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of history here.
Oh yes. Built as a community centre originally, I think.
Yeah, community centre before the town was even built.
Yeah.
So we're in Harlow, but it used to belong to Epping County Council.
Ah, okay.
So Epping's a good 10
Yeah,
miles away
it's
from
not
here.
particularly close.
So it belonged to the Epping Council as a community building.
Okay.
Yeah, when it was built in 1888 as Victoria Hall.
Nice.
Yeah.
Martin's going to be accompanying us this evening to give us ghost stories and the inside scoop on the building, happenings and things like that, and providing us with information. And this REM pod down here, as soon as we turned it on, started going mental. Just after you told us about the...
I literally just started to tell you, didn't I, about a ghost story, because there's a few that I'm aware of in here.
Oh yeah, that's... Yep, there's stuff there already.
So are you picking up a sound from this, or?
These are EMF meters, so these pick up electromagnetic fields. Mm-hmm. That black one is a particularly sensitive model, and I don't know if you can see that there, but it's picking up something. In general, unless you're stood next to sort of high wattage power supplies or transmitter towers or a microwave, these don't pick up anything. So,
and it's also worth adding that this is a little black spot of the old town.
I didn't notice that with my phone.
Yeah, in any kind of signal. So it's a conservation area. There's no 3G or 5G masts around here. You can't. This road down the side of the building, you can't get normal radio signals.
Oh really?
Down this entire road, it's such a black spot. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So even less reason that should be picking up anything. The other one's now doing it as well. So there's now the REM pod, which anyone who listened to the previous or watched the previous episode or listened to the previous episode at the temple site will know only actually sprung to life there with something at the altar.
Yeah, we've never had it go off until the temple site.
I wasn't even entirely sure it worked because but at the temple site it started going off, and you were literally telling us about someone spotted a child in a play that wasn't actually there.
Yeah, so there was a show here about 18 months ago. It had about it had a cast of about 10 people, all young adults, all in their early 20s. And an audience member has said at the end to them, that little boy was really good in the show. And they were a little boy, and they said, yeah, little 10-year-old boy that just kept coming on, and he didn't have any lines, but he was just really intense and really, like, he was playing along, and I thought he was just really good. And there was no 10-year-old boy. There's no 10-year-old boy in the show. So someone saw a little boy up on this stage. And that's not the first time someone's talked about people being on stage that weren't meant to be here. Or weren't here at all.
weren't actually here.
Yeah.
And we put the REM pod down.
Just literally straight away.
That'd be a good place to do it, and immediately it started going off. So, okay.
And it's
Yeah, put some catwalks out maybe.
I'll put the other GoPro here as well.
Can I make a request?
You can.
When we do the Estes method layer, can I sit in one of the cool chairs?
Can you sit on the cool chair?
Yeah, you film me there. So I look regal.
This looks very Ghostbuster.
It looks very cool.
Scientific.
It's really simple. It is a cat toy.
Okay.
Okay,
That's this, isn't it?
yeah, that's that. There we go. You're not supposed to do that.
When you say you're not supposed to do that,
Yeah, it's not motion activated. It's not.
so it's not picking up a frequency on us moving around.
No, it should only do it if anything with its own electromagnetic field passes anywhere near that antenna. This is just a flashy ball, but they're very easy to trigger if you are a being made of energy. Again, this is the theory with that, is that spirits can interact with that and set it off.
So during COVID, I spent a lot of time here. This was like my sanctuary. That I could escape from home and be here alone.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah.
Very lucky again to have this place available to me to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And I enjoy a bit of writing, and so I set up on the stage a desk and a chair and my laptop, and I would write some play ideas that I had. A great opportunity to do that. And I was doing that for a few days, and it you know, a bit lonely, bit quiet in here. But so was the rest of the world. But then one day, the last day I did it actually, because I got freaked out, sitting on the stage at the desk writing away, all of a sudden a piece of plastic hit my head. And it was as if someone had thrown this plastic at me.
Yeah.
And I looked around thinking, oh, there's someone else, because there are other people that got keys to the building. I thought it's someone like round the corner behind the door, they're playing a prank on me, they've thrown this piece of plastic. And there was no one. I checked it out, no one was playing this prank on me. Just a random, and it was a broken piece of plastic as well. I was like, this is weird. Anyway, left the piece of plastic on the desk, went home. Came back the next day, and a light from the ceiling had smashed on the floor in the exact spot that I was sitting on.
That's insane.
And the plastic was nothing to do with the light.
Do you think maybe it was like a warning, like
Get out, move out the way.
Don't be here.
There, you know, it's an old
They're
building.
protecting you.
Something's about to go. Move.
Oh wow.
So, like, could that bit of plastic been linked to the thing that fell, or was I saved?
I've heard stories of like people being saved in similar, like things being moved or people being distracted. So they go to check it out, and then where they would have been, something's fallen down or something's hit them.
Well, I could have easily stayed there for another 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah. And have a light fall on your head.
And have a light fall on my head.
And these ain't small lights.
No, it wasn't one of the, you know, all this rig is very safe.
Yeah.
You know, these lights are very safe and up there securely. It was an old light that had been up there for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
As part of the ceiling
Blind.
that came down.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a positive spirit. We like them.
Yeah.
So there's a positive. And do you know what? I spend a lot of time in here and I feel good and safe.
Yeah.
I feel like this is
it feels a comfortable environment.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time alone in here, and I'm always like, if there is something, it's a good
It's
good
not a bad
it's a
one.
good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
We've been some places and you sort of you spend more than about 5 minutes in there, and you're like, this is not a comfortable place to
bad
be.
Vibes.
Yeah, you get the bad vibes. But no, this is. I mean, we just spent nearly an hour chatting on those 2 very comfortable chairs over there, so it must be a comfortable place.
Felt at ease, yeah.
You get little flickers, aren't we?
Yeah, as soon as you started telling the story about the light, this was going up to red. So
really?
I kind of feel like it's probably something going, yeah, that was me.
All right, let's go for a wander.
So do you find this then, that as stories are told, as you talk about, say, spirits or something, that you find there's a reaction?
Yeah. If especially if you're talking about a spirit that was involved with the story you're telling, they a lot of the spirits and entities that people encounter these days want to be recognised. They want to be interacted with, be they positive or negative. They want to be interacted with. So if you're telling a story about something they did, they like that, and they want to let you know that they're here, they're listening, and they appreciate you talking about them. Basically, I mean that happens, for both positive and malevolent spirits as well.
Like the bad ones seem to kind of be showing off and laughing, or you get a kind of like taunting kind of vibe from it, and then the good ones it seems feels more gentle.
It comes across more in when you start asking questions and what have you of them, or with the Estes sessions, you get sort of a more direct communication, and you can kind of get more of an idea of what you're talking to and kind of what alignment they fall into generally. But yeah, usually if you're telling a ghost story about a particular ghost who's there at the time, they're all for it, and they will, if they can, reach out to let you know that they like being talked about. Okay, let's go for a wander then, shall we?
Yeah, like I say, I've got some stories about many fruits in this place. It's a great place to tour as well.
Watch out for the GoPro there.
Yeah, it's only been a theatre since '96.
Okay.
So before that, it was a community village hall type place. A youth group ran the place for a while.
Okay.
Before it was a theatre, and prior to that, it had a bikers club.
Run the frog them up.
A library. Winston Churchill used to do speeches here.
I saw the plaque. Yes.
He's got a plaque on the side of the building. So when he was a councillor for Epping, I think it was. Yeah, it was owned by Epping County Council. Winston Churchill will come here and do his speeches. So there's a connection with a big historical figure.
Big name there.
A lot of history, so there's a lot of people that could be linked to.
A lot of people that could be linked to the building. After the war, this place was used as a place that soldiers would come to rest after the war.
Okay.
So if they'd have had injuries, an arm or a leg blown off, they'd come here and rest here before they ever go home, or they would pass away. So there's the potential for a lot of death here.
Is it a synchronicity that only this afternoon I brought up the idea of talking to soldiers from World War II? Yeah.
Really?
He
That's
was saying
awesome.
about how if he could meet any sort of spirit to talk to, it would be a soldier.
It would be like just anybody involved in like World War One or World War Two, because I'm slightly obsessed.
Well, you might be able to.
Hopefully,
So
awesome.
The history of this place was that it was used for that. It was used to look after the soldiers before they went home.
I think we know who's going to be wearing the headphones in the Estes session.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, let's check out the rest of this lovely building.
So this is the bar area. Now I have a story for the bar area as well, actually, that's linked to COVID. So during COVID, we took it upon ourselves as an opportunity to do the bar up a little bit, to do some painting. We had this lovely artwork painted in the middle here by a local artist. But we also stuck some pictures up on the wall. We found this old picture, and it's like the oldest picture we've got of the building that we found in the basement.
Oh, wow.
And we thought, that needs to go in a frame, doesn't it? So we put it up on the wall, and we put it up over here. And we left that day, and we came back, and it had fallen off the wall. We must have just put it up wrong.
Yeah.
We used some of those tacks.
Yeah.
That what they called the safety tacks that like Velcro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we used some of those. So we got some even stronger ones. Put it back up on the wall. Came back the next day and it had fallen down again.
Didn't want it on that wall.
So
the third
time we put it up, and we put it up in the old-fashioned way, with like a hook on the wall. Next day we came in, and it was smashed on the floor.
Wow.
The frame had been smashed. It did not want to go up on the wall there.
Be on that wall.
So it's up over there now.
And it's staying on there.
And
now.
it stayed up there fine. So is it just our shoddy craftsmanship?
It seems unlikely. 3 days
Did that
in a
old
row.
photo not want to be positioned there? Did it not want to be positioned underneath that's the opening day concert poster when it was opened in 1888?
Yeah, that's the opening day.
September 18th. The people that came here, I think there was instruments played, a violinist. You could go and buy tickets at the local post office.
Oh, the Arkwrights, yeah, they're a big name in old school Harlow, in the Harlow of old. Spend any sort of time looking up the history of Harlow, and Arkwright is a name that
Really?
pops up a lot.
There's an entire estate named.
They have an entire
Arkwright,
estate named
huh?
after them, which used to be their manor home. Well, their manor home was there.
So it didn't want to be underneath that poster. It did not want to be on that wall.
While you were telling us the story, the EMF went crazy. It was up on red.
Yeah, it was going mad again.
Yeah.
You didn't want to be on that wall? Didn't like it on that wall?
What about the Arkwrights? How do we feel about those?
There we go.
That sent shivers up my... So the Arkwrights, were they a good family? Were they nice people? Were they bad people? So they were nice people.
Come on, don't go shy on us.
Did you not know them personally?
Okay. Knew them by reputation only.
Heard of them?
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
It's weird how during the stories it tends to really start spiking, and then between it's
You asked the question
Kind of
and bossed straight up to red.
yeah
There's a pretty strong answer there.
yeah.
Yeah, confirming this one. There we go. And so, just as a skeptic, none of these other instruments you're using are interfering with this, are they?
No, this is not.
They don't go off when they're together or apart.
No.
Phones, if they have to be really close to...
and they have to be active. There you go.
So
that
might
because
have
that wasn't it, because that didn't even trigger the other one.
Yeah, so it's...
There you go.
Yeah,
Right.
so your phone has to basically be on it.
And we use two of these, two very different models, because if it's a localized field, so it is a particularly strong broadcast or, I don't know, a power surge somewhere, both of them would go off. If it's something like we're seeing here, only one of them is going off, the theory being something is interacting directly with that device.
Yeah, we've had it before where both are going off. It's kind of like as if it's happy to communicate with both of us.
Yeah.
Or quite open.
They like talking to Amy.
Yeah, for some reason
Almost all of the spirits prefer talking to Amy.
Any ideas why that is?
I don't know. We've even swapped device because we thought maybe one was more sensitive. And as soon as we swapped, the one that I was using went off.
Yeah.
But then there's one, I can't remember which one it was.
One of them
like
talked
you.
to me. Yeah.
Cold Christmas, I think it was.
Yeah, Cold Christmas.
They seemed to want
to talk to me.
But yeah, I don't know why. I don't know whether there was one. It was North Weald, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it seemed to. There was a soldier, we assume.
It didn't like me.
Didn't like you.
It
but
wanted me to leave the room so that it could talk to Amy on its own.
Yeah, it seemed to like me. And then it was talking about girlfriend and things like that. So I don't know if I reminded them of someone or.
You can't be the one from North Weald.
Yeah, you're not the one from North Weald.
No.
We've been to too many places and bumped into too many other spirits for you to be claiming to be that one.
I feel like at this point, with whatever we're picking up on here, again, whenever I'm in this building, and I've never heard of anyone getting any bad vibes from this building.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've spent so much time here alone, and I always feel safe and.
Yeah.
It's a very comfortable building.
It's a comfortable environment. Yes, it can be a bit cold and it can be creaky like an old building is.
Yeah.
But there isn't bad vibes here.
Yeah.
It agrees with you. Clearly.
That's the thing. I've been to some places where as soon as I've turned up, I've felt really like something's bad or heavy.
A bad environment.
But yeah, here feels very comfortable, like homely almost. Like
Yeah, I called it my second home.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it feels nice.
Well, this is another potential hotspot then.
So would we like to go to the basement?
Yes. Take us to the creepy places.
Everyone loves a basement.
We don't often get to go in basement.
Right. No. So the steps are quite steep, and the storage cabinet.
Was that good?
That was me. It flashed a red when I went there.
I don't think I'm the only one with these, having had these experiences in this building. But I remember, for this one, I remember exactly where I was. So I knew 100, the shutter was down, the doors were closed, and I was down here looking for some wood to build a set. And whilst I was over in this part, I heard footsteps in the bar. So I was like, oh, someone's come in.
So the bar's directly above us?
The bar's directly above us, the bar area. So I was thinking, someone's come in while I'm down here, because I've been down here for 5 or 6 minutes. I'll go up and see who it is. Go up, shutters are still down, I'm in here alone. Strange. Hello. Someone's definitely in here. Like, footsteps are distinct, aren't they?
Yeah, sometimes you might think, oh, I heard something, but you can tell when it is footsteps or it's something being moved. Like, when it is an obvious sound like that and you're 100% sure, you can't really explain. So
I came back down, cracked on with the work that I was doing to find the wood, and the steps continued. So I ran back upstairs and no one was there.
Expect to see someone come like halfway down.
Yeah, and alone, completely alone. Now, a theory that I've got with that is because it's an old building, it's old wood. I wonder if old wood has like a memory. And it expands and contracts like footsteps.
Yeah, maybe.
But then if it doesn't, why does it do it randomly?
Yeah, you'd think it'd be all the time.
You'd think all the time you'd hear it.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of, in a building this age, there's a certain amount of odd noises and things you write
You're gonna get creaks.
It's an old building, they settle, they creak in the high winds or temperature changes.
Yeah.
But when you, hearing footsteps, like you said, footsteps are fairly distinct.
Talking of memories, though, there are like spirits that get caught in the loop and will just continue to do the same thing over and over again until the energy just dies away completely and it stops.
The stone tape theory of ghosts.
So who knows? It could be somebody that was a local and used this building a lot. It could be a soldier. Could be somebody else that's come, like died more recent in like the past 10 years, but came here a lot. And that's just the constant thing that they do.
The stone tape theory is that certain physical things like stone, obviously, certain types of wood, things like that, absorb these emotional imprints of people doing things. The sort of grey lady ghost that you see walking the nun's path or climbing the staircase sort of thing, they're thought to be stone tape, and it is, as Reggie has said, it's this spirit doing what it did in life, blindly, not reacting to anything. That's why you often see these spirits that will walk through a wall. And when you look at the old plans or talk to the locals, oh, that didn't used to be a wall, that used to be a door. It's not sentient. It's just this tape of this thing playing out over and over. And as you say, if this building has been witness to that sort of thing, a fair amount of suffering, we can say. People dying, lots of important people visiting, strong personalities, then it's entirely possible that they've kind of imprinted on the building, and that's what's causing that sort of thing to play out. They tend to be a little bit more
benevolent.
Yeah, well, they're neither one nor the other, because they're not.
They're more of a memory rather than.
It's like an old film playing on repeat until the tape wears down, and then they disappear, which is why you don't see things like. Stone Age man wandering down the high street, you don't get any caveman ghosts, because the energy that was stored while they were doing that thing over the millennia has played itself out like a worn out tape. So it doesn't have the energy to play anymore. It just fades away.
I'd be right in saying as well, a lot of the time the spirits aren't conscious of whatever's going on around it. No. So they may not even know you're down here. They may not be trying to mess with you. They're just going about their spirit business.
They're just going about their spirity day.
Yeah.
And I wondered that actually when I've been here alone and I've heard these creaks and these noises, if they just consider themselves to just be here.
Yeah.
They're just getting on with their day. They're not trying to notify me of anything.
Yeah.
They're just wandering around as they, you know.
In the moment.
In the moment.
Would have been.
Yeah.
It seems to me there's a potential for multiple spirits and multiple spirits of different kinds.
Yes.
Like you've got the friendly one that threw the plastic at you to stop the light dropping on you, but now you've got another one that's not even conscious that you're here, just going about its business.
Now, interesting as well, you said about the wall. So this wall here, it is believed to be newer, and there is believed to be more of a basement, because the plans of this building, the old plans, they show a basement that goes all the way to the end of the building.
Okay.
So what...
Oh, no, that's the battery. What? Oh, there we go. We like that. Hang on a second.
It stole the battery.
Was that the...
Stolen the battery.
Sometimes you get things taking energy.
This EMF was just going off.
Yeah, as soon as you were saying about the wall.
So
it likes hearing your stories.
So the wall.
Oh, hang on a second. Let me get the other.
We want to get back on recording.
Yeah, I'm just going to fire.
So is this something you find happens, that you have all these things charged?
Yep.
But then you get in these environments.
That was fully charged this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
The battery on that should run for 8 hours on recording.
But you get into a situation like this. And
we were 20 odd minutes in, and it's dead.
The first time we went to do any investigations for synchronicities, we went to Cold Christmas, didn't we? We took a fully charged camera, turned it on, walked about 5 minutes, got to the church, battery's gone completely.
It's kind of a known thing with these, is that you turn up to investigate them, and because, like we were saying earlier, because you're there, because you're giving them that attention, they want more, and they can seemingly draw power from batteries to sort of, there you go, it's flashing away again. They can seemingly draw power to continue doing stuff from these devices.
Yeah, like if they want to interact with you because you're noticing them, or you're trying to find out more, they're drawing the energy to give them the strength to interact with the devices, and
which is a real pain in the neck when you're when you're using these devices to interact with them, and they're inadvertently sucking the power out of them, making it more difficult.
So like I was saying with this wall. Let's see. you can't trick them, can you?
No.
But yeah, the basement. There is plans that the basement goes all the way to the end of the building. So how that used to be and why it was blocked off. Why it's blocked off. Maybe it's flooded behind there. Just don't know. Maybe it's filled with buried treasure. Yeah. I often think of the Goonies, you know.
Yeah. I would be trying to drill through.
There's potentially a pirate ship under there. Yes. Is there a pirate ship?
There's a pirate ship there.
Is there more behind the wall? It's going to ignore me now.
But here's another. This isn't a ghost story as such. This is just something weird that happened. So we're in a basement. There is no way into the basement. There are no holes. We've checked. Okay, so there is no way that anything can come down here. The only way in or out is we've got a hatch here, and we've got the door in which we came in. One day, me and my friend Simon came down here, and we found a dead crow.
Oh wow!
How does a crow?
How does
a crow get down here?
Yeah, like if it was like a mouse or something, you might be like, oh,
mouse, rat. Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Crow.
But a crow.
Yeah.
Now looked it up. A dead crow on your doorstep is a good omen, apparently.
Okay.
It's an omen for riches, but it's not on the doorstep. It's in the
basement.
It's in the basement. We had we did have a problem years ago with rats, and we had a whole team in looking for holes throughout the building, and no holes were found down here.
Huh.
So you thought that because birds can probably like push their way through something.
Yeah.
But a rat can't get down here.
Yeah. And crows, they're quite big.
They are big.
They're big birds. Yeah.
Yeah. So the only way that it could have got down here was the door being left open, and it flew all the way through the main door,
through the main door, through the bar,
through the
door up there,
yeah, and then the next door to the basement,
Yes.
and then come down. It's just
and died overnight.
And, yeah.
Yeah,
and then in the floor in the middle, so like right in the middle.
Yeah,
that's very strange.
Yeah,
does that count as a synchronicity? Given my patron deity and the feathers and the birds.
Well,
Possibly, yeah.
I found a feather in my boot the other day. I don't know how it happened. I texted him and I went, weirdest thing. I've been at work all day. And then I took my shoe off, and there is like a massive feather in my boot.
But something approximating an explanation. I'm a dabbling occultist in addition to everything else, and the deity that kind of deigned to work with me is Pazuzu, who maybe you recognise from The Exorcist. That was the name of the demon in The Exorcist. In the real world, he was a Sumerian demon. Basically, he was the king of the wind demons. And the way he seems to communicate is is birds and feathers. Them being obviously mortal creatures of the air, and him being in charge of the storm winds and the air currents. And we find feathers in impromptu places, and it's usually some kind of we've been interpreting it as a communication, like magpies everywhere just lately. Everywhere I go, there's a pair of magpies or crows, feathers turning up in locked rooms, a bit like your crow down here. So yeah, I was wondering if I feel that's like another synchronicity.
I feel like maybe it's something to do with like what we're doing.
And there we go, straight up to red.
Like maybe it's kind of like encouraging us to do it, or it's like protection, or.
Well, you know what they say. The minute you start paying attention to the weird and the wonderful, the weird and the wonderful, you'll find a way to communicate.
Yeah, because around the time we did Cold Christmas, we were finding a lot of feathers, weren't we? And like
even I started finding feathers in the weirdest places.
He's absolutely not a believer in that.
Yeah,
I'm an absolute skeptic. Yeah.
But yeah, it was just really weird, and I thought maybe it's linked to us coming here, or kind of like an encouragement to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Especially when I keep mentioning that, and it's going
on. Like we're getting little blips.
Right, we've
I have to say this is the least spooky basement I've ever been in.
It's lovely.
It's very comfortable vibes down here.
We've gone through 32% of battery.
Oh.
That's.
Shall I take you around the rest of the building?
Have we got spare batteries
for
or
that?
Spare GoPro?
We've got the other GoPro which is currently monitoring the stage.
Yeah, we can switch them out.
And we can switch to our phones.
Okay.
As we were saying earlier, this building clearly has a lot of history, but like I said, it's not been documented.
Yes. And so many like different things. It's not like it's always been.
A very storied history, is it?
Yeah, it's like.
Okay, well, don't wear yourself out, because we'll be trying to talk to you later. We'll use the Esther's method to try and talk to you. Yeah. Back in the bar.
Back in the bar. So this is a picture from the very first amateur dramatic show that was put on here, 1995. So that's the beginning of the venue being a theatre. 1995. So what happened is the playhouse in the town, the main theatre, closed down for a while.
Yes.
The council didn't want to fund it anymore, and so all the local actors and thespians, directors, and they needed a venue, somewhere to be, and they came over here and started transforming this. So since 1995, it's been a theatre.
Yeah, because I've noticed there's quite a large group of like actors and like playwrights and things like that, which I find it's quite nice to have.
Yeah, we're very lucky. We're very lucky that kind of there was a little bad period for people that do theatre in Harlow, but something really good came out of that.
Yeah.
You know, this is a very unique building, and we're very, you know, most theatres are run by like a local council, and
yeah,
they have staff and they have funding problems, but we're self-sustaining here, so we don't necessarily have those problems.
Okay.
Our biggest problem is paying the gas and electricity, and it is, and to be honest, that is a problem these days.
Yeah.
Because it's very expensive, but we're not, you know, we don't have any staff here. Everyone's a volunteer.
Okay.
So we're able to fund the place and to keep it going by doing theatre, the stuff that we love.
Yeah.
And through donations as well. Donations are always very important to keep us going. Let's take you upstairs to the dressing room.
Okay.
Before the batteries get completely out.
Before we lose all the power.
So these are very creepy stairs.
Yes.
I've been upstairs a lot and heard these stairs creaking by themselves.
Yeah. The stairs seem almost custom built to do that.
We call this Johnny's room. It's a little bit of a mess up here because we had a Christmas show that's just ended. But yeah, we call this Johnny's room. This room's dedicated to a friend of the theatre who passed away tragically in an accident, Johnny. And we dedicate this room to Johnny. He was a big supporter of the theatre, known throughout the community. He was a good friend of mine. And when he passed away, he really did, it pulled the community together. And in his passing, again, some good came from it in that it funded the building and it kept the building open.
Yeah.
At a time that we were struggling, and so Johnny would have been pleased with that. And then this is the rest of the dressing room. When we have a production on, we have divides up to split it into the boys and girls side. But again, yeah, very very cosy up there.
Very cosy, yeah.
I will often be up here, and I will hear. So the stage is out there. I will often be up here and feel like there's people down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will hear noises if like people are walking around and moving. And nothing. We have CCTV throughout the building, which I often feel like I'll be sitting over here and I'll be on my laptop or something, writing some script or working on a show, and I often feel like on the monitor something will move out the corner of my eye, and when I look up, there's nothing.
Yeah, I hate CCTV monsters.
It's really cosy and nice in here.
Really cosy, really quiet in here. Nothing is.
It went up.
Really? You're gonna do that to me? You're gonna make me look like a liar? If you are in here, by all means, do that again. Put this down there. If you're in here, come over, touch that black box.
Yeah, it won't hurt you or anything like that.
It's not gonna hurt. It'll just
let
us know you're here.
Yeah, the numbers will go up, and if it goes up to a certain point,
They really like you.
It
Nobody
might
likes
beep.
me.
Or touch this one.
Bite my tongue not to just start making jokes.
Okay. So you're happy to touch that one, but not this one. Yeah? Yeah, we have noticed that you don't seem to like the black one. Fair enough. Not for us to question the ways of the spirits. Heaven forbid you should talk to me.
Well, there you go. That's my iPhone is full of memory.
Oh, you filled up your
Filled up my memory.
filled up your what was it? You had 10 gig or something.
10 gig, yeah.
Yes,
So we've used that. Well, I've been having strange problems with my phone all day today, actually.
Technology goes.
Technology goes.
Technology goes, definitely.
Should we try an Estes method?
Yeah?
Yeah.
What were we thinking? In the bar or on the stage?
I'd like to try the stage. I want to see if we can contact this
The little
this
boy.
10-year-old child.
Of course you do, because that's the creepiest one we've heard about.
Plus, there's very
So it's typical my phone would go dead than that.
Yeah. I mean, this is.
Tell
there's
you what, though, after this I don't want to be in here alone tomorrow.
anything wants to talk to us, please talk to our friend here. So, first questions first. Is there anything there? Is anyone there that wants to talk to us? Perhaps whoever was setting off our gear on stage earlier, or who's been following us through the building tonight.
Big money welcome. Feel good furniture.
I mean, yeah, we do like those chairs. Be fair.
By electing Benjamin, he hoped.
Benjamin, is that your name? That name of someone here? Someone we're talking to? The little boy who likes to sneak up on stage, perhaps? Is that you? One day we'll do this somewhere where there's a lot of radio signals.
Income tax bill.
Do you know the little boy that was on the
Everybody,
stage?
all right then, snuggle down.
We're not going to snuggle down. That's not what we're here for.
He hasn't ruled. Targeting civilians.
I don't know if we count the civilians anymore. We've been doing this too long.
Is there anyone here that would like to let us know your name or anything like that? Any information about you?
Can you give us a definitive answer? You've been following Amy around.
Something's been given while you were talking. It came through.
Okay.
So
what was given? We've been doing a
it
lot.
had the opposite.
Okay.
Scandal.
I almost feel like this is political, linked to Churchill.
Quite possibly, yeah. Because we know that Churchill spoke here, didn't he? Several times.
And so there would have been political rallies and speeches here.
Is that what that's relating to? You're talking about when...
You live hard. And we just... forces that were...
That were what?
For the KMT. Faces in Milton Keynes.
We're not in Milton Keynes. We're in Harlow. So are you related to the Churchill speeches? Some of the political rallies being held here? Don't go quiet on us now. You've been following us around the building all
And
night.
I know it wasn't. Again. It says cannot.
Cannot what? You can talk to us. That's why we're here. Us three have come here specifically to talk to you. So have you got something you want to say? Now's the time to say it. Or wait until Martin's here on his own. I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
You'll never see me again.
I don't mean to be rude, we're not trying to scare you off.
You'll never.
Have people seen you?
It's China.
We're not trying to scare you out of the building.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily want you to leave.
We just want to find out a bit more information about you. Just interested in who resides here, the building itself.
Who you are, what your story is. Don't feel like you need to leave just because we're here talking to you. Don't get shy.
Couldn't ask for another. I couldn't.
Another appearance.
Don't lose her.
We're not going to stop you. If you wanna do
significant. On the album cover, you see.
Okay, I think we can discount that bit. Is it significant that we're here talking to you? Is that what's significant? Again, we're not trying to drive you away.
Should we introduce ourselves? I might feel a bit more comfortable.
Yeah. I mean,
We've done that yet.
we kind of introduced ourselves earlier.
But to the...
Oh.
Oh, indeed.
Did we forget our manners and not introduce ourselves to you personally? Well, I'm Amy.
I'm Rooney.
On tour.
On tour?
I guess you know that I'm Martin.
Cauldron Life.
You probably know
It's
him
great
by
to
now.
have you along tonight.
It's great to be here tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for making contact with us. Is there anything in particular you want to say to us? Any specific message?
I feel the words.
What words?
Yeah, that.
What, the political rallies?
Attacking ships.
You to do with the
Be
soldiers.
normal for the
that's what I was
90s.
thinking.
Yeah. You feel the words. You feel the words said on the stage here.
Oh yeah, might have liked the theatre.
That's what I'm thinking.
Or
again,
Rallies
the
and-
rallies, the speeches.
Aye. Groove is in the house. I tried this Saturday. Both of these who were. I love this song.
Okay, so we've established you're here for the words. What kind of words? Was it the rallies or the shows? The plays or the speeches?
It's the one on Saturdays. Lots of pink gin was surrounded.
The jazz nights.
Oh,
Jazz nights.
We have a jazz night.
what do you know about that?
We have a jazz night that comes in on Saturdays.
It been killed.
Yes, they don't want to. They're not here anymore.
Good times.
But they were good times. But
Oh.
they've now gone to a different venue for a while. They may come back.
Would you like them to come back? Do you want us to keep doing the jazz nights here?
But they do like their pink gin at the jazz nights.
I like my pink gin.
Ask yourself.
So you like the music and the
You can
dancing?
feel it in the air. What do you know about that? Singing Justice since.
That's not really answering our questions,
So
is it?
do you like people being here, it being busy and a lot of energy?
Yeah. Do you like it being busy here? Do you like people coming in?
I guess there's a mix.
No.
Rhythm.
You just like music?
What do you know about that?
Well, we don't. That's why we're asking.
This bank settlement.
So do you know anything about the little boy that was on the stage?
Yeah, we'd really like to talk to him. We'd like to talk to the little boy who appears on the stage here. Is he here tonight? Can we talk to him?
We also have a few psychics that come once or twice.
Listen,
Do you talk to the psychics?
I
when
will
they come?
take you.
To see the boy?
The feeling in the air. What do you know about that? You don't know.
Well, we don't, that's why we're
You
asking.
joined Joe Biden.
Don't think we do, but okay.
Quite modern politics, isn't it?
It's very modern
Very
politics.
modern.
So,
Do you like politics?
yeah, are you interested in the politics? I don't think we're talking to the little boy, are we?
You can feel it. Rhythm. You can feel it.
You just want to party, don't you?
You ain't from no ends.
How often do I say I'm from the ends?
Thousands of pounds.
I'm not from
A lot of music tonight. Okay, so you're here for the music, for the dances. Because you keep harking back to the rhythm and what we can hear and the music. And you're not a fan of the jazz club.
Now,
Can you tell us your name?
potentially claw back. Wedding songs.
So
I just perfected, so.
Be used for weddings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and wedding receptions. This building before it was a theatre.
So much history.
In fact, there is a few photos at the local museum of weddings happening here.
Oh, okay.
We were saying about going down to the museum and checking it out.
Yeah.
Again. It's been a while since we went.
Definitely sounds like it predates.
Empty space.
Where's the empty space?
Such a lazy weekend.
No,
it's
What?
it's not. It's been a very busy weekend, actually.
I suppose
It is overpowering.
It's no
New
one in the
trio.
seats at the minute.
New trio.
Oh, my beeper kept beeping.
Beep with the REM pod.
REM pod.
Can you touch the REM pod again?
Are you going to touch that again for us?
Make the beeps.
That would be creepy as hell. I'm not going to lie.
What do you know about the art rights?
Ah, yeah. There's something here earlier reacted quite strongly to the arc rights.
Take a look.
Take a look
I
into the
think-
art rights.
Very.
You want us to look into it?
That's what I do.
You look. Where should we be looking?
Late 1980s.
Okay.
I know what I'm researching.
The arc rights in the late 1980s. By that point, that would be the estate rather than the family. Anywhere in particular in the arc rights? Can you give us a number, perhaps?
Or a name.
Or a name? They don't like giving names in general.
Now, watching. Happy birthday.
No, it's not my birthday. I don't think it's any of our birthdays.
We.
It's your birthday.
I didn't. Different ways, different relationships. It's like a cookie. It's like this and like that and like this and
Sounds like a child talking.
Does a bit.
Are you the child? Or are you a child?
9:45 so far. Sleep with me. Heart. It will get bloody. At Newcastle United. There's a canvas. Oh.
We're not going to Newcastle. I hope it's not going to get bloody here. We could do without that.
Yeah.
Is that something specific to here?
Or a play there and
Do you have good vibes here? Do you have a good time here?
Yeah, do you enjoy being here?
Same tunes daily. Raising the ceiling.
So I guess when a show's on, there's repeated.
Yeah.
Coming from in and out.
music.
yeah.
That would make sense.
You can stand on tall.
Up on the stage.
Cole Palmer scored 4. Beloved friends.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up soon. So if you've got anything you want to say, any specific message, now would be the time to do it because we're gonna close this session.
I take it. See me. Coming from in and out. Beautiful women.
Yeah, we have a few of those.
If you
One more for a place.
if you want us to see you,
Release to reach number.
you want us to see you, we're here now.
Yeah.
Show yourself now rather than when Martin's here on his own.
We're friends, aren't we? I think we're friends.
I don't feel like anything's bad
No.
here.
No. Yeah, I've been like I was telling you at the
I'm
very
right
start.
over here.
Where?
Ooh. In the next life, what can...
I don't see anything.
No.
I'm now kind of terrified to look too hard in case I do. Okay, we're gonna call it a night now. Thank you very much for talking to us this evening.
Yeah, thank you for talking to us.
Whoever you are. And I hope you continue to have a good time.
In and out tonight.
Yeah.
We're coming in and out.
Well, you can come in and out, but you're not welcome to come with us.
Just like...
I've got to stay here with the good vibes.
Last chance.
What's the funky?